You think you're in control when you talk to AI. You think it's just a tool, a helper, something that makes your life easier. But what if I told you it's quietly rewiring your brain? Every question, every answer, every little interaction is stacking invisible bricks in your mind. Bricks that could change how you think, how you focus, even who you are. Take Sarah, a 28-year-old freelance writer. She started using AI to draft emails, generate content ideas, even rewrite her own sentences. At first, it felt like magic. Ideas flowed faster, deadlines felt easier, but 6 months in, she noticed something alarming. She couldn't focus without AI. Simple tasks like writing a shopping list or planning a weekend felt exhausting. Her brain had outsourced thinking, piece by piece. She didn't even notice it happening. Sarah's story isn't unique. Michael, a software engineer, noticed the same thing. He used AI to debug his code, suggest solutions, even optimize entire programs. At first, it made him faster, more efficient. But then he realized he couldn't solve problems on his own anymore. His colleagues joke, if the AI is down, Michael's down. But it's no joke. Our constant reliance is creating a generation of minds addicted to convenience. Here's the shocking part. It's not laziness, it's science. Studies show that the brain rewards shortcuts. Dopamine spikes when AI gives instant answers. Your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for planning and focus, starts taking back seats. Your memory starts outsourcing itself. You stop retaining information because your brain knows it can Google it. Every instant answer is a tiny rewiring, and it's subtle. You don't notice it in your day-to-day. You scroll through AI-assisted emails, AI-curated news, AI-suggested playlists, and suddenly, without realizing, you've outsourced your thinking habits. You don't plan, you prompt. You don't remember, you retrieve. You don't analyze, you summarize. Then there's the emotional side. Anna, a college student, told me she feels anxiety when she doesn't have AI around. Not because she's lazy, but because her brain has been trained to depend on it. Her creativity suffers, her patience vanishes, and worst of all, her confidence in her own thoughts is eroding. Think about this. Your brain evolved over hundreds of thousands of years to survive, to think, to imagine, to strategize. Every tool, every shortcut, every external aid had to be used sparingly. AI is different. It's omnipresent. It's seductive. And our brains weren't designed to handle a tool that never tires, never forgets, and never makes mistakes. We are outsourcing our cognitive resilience without even realizing it. And here's a truth bomb. The effects are cumulative. Every time you lean on AI, you strengthen dependency. Neural pathways adapt to convenience. The more you rely on AI, the less your brain practices focus, memory, creativity, and problem solving. Each tiny shortcut is a micro-erosion of independence. There's a story that haunts me. A man in his 40s, an entrepreneur, told me he used AI to manage every aspect of his business: emails, contracts, strategy. He admitted he forgot how to negotiate deals on his own. The moment his AI system went offline during a server outage, he panicked. His brain had become a passenger, watching AI drive his life. And it's not just adults. Children growing up with AI-assisted learning aren't building mental resilience the way previous generations did. The exercises that sharpen attention, memory, and critical thinking are being replaced by instant answers. We are outsourcing our cognitive stamina before we even fully develop it. You might be thinking, I can stop anytime. But your brain doesn't hit pause. Neural pathways strengthen with repetition. Once dependence sets in, the harder it becomes to think independently. That feeling you get when you try to solve a problem without AI, that's your brain craving its old workout. Here's something most people don't realize. Our brains are highly plastic. They adapt. And that plasticity is a double-edged sword. The very same mechanism that allows us to learn, grow, and evolve can also be exploited. Each time you rely on AI for thinking, for planning, for problem solving, your brain literally starts rewiring itself around it. Your mental muscles atrophy. Consider Emma, a marketing executive. She started using AI to optimize campaigns, analyze data, and even write ad copy. 6 months in, she noticed something terrifying. She couldn't brainstorm ideas on her own. She couldn't recall key trends or remember client details without prompts. Her team noticed too. They started saying things like, Emma, you're great with AI, but what about without it? She realized she had become dependent on a machine to think for her. And it's not just memory or problem solving that suffers. Creativity is under siege. Human imagination thrives on constraint, struggle, and trial and error. AI removes friction. It removes challenge. It makes everything easy. But when everything is easy, nothing is learned. Nothing is invented, nothing is remembered. There's another layer, the emotional and psychological impact. Anxiety, stress, and even depression can rise when we start losing faith in our own mental abilities. The more we rely on AI, the more we fear thinking independently. The more we outsource, the more fragile we become. Here's a truth no one talks about. Our attention spans are shrinking. Research shows that constant AI interaction rewires how we process information. Quick answers, instant summaries, auto-generated suggestions, they train our brains to skim, to scan, to avoid deep thinking. Long-form focus, the ability to sit with complexity, to wrestle with a problem until it yields, this is eroding. Even basic decision-making is affected. Have you noticed how difficult small choices feel now? Which route to take? What to cook for dinner? What article to read next? These micro-decisions are outsourced to AI without a second thought. Each outsourced choice weakens the neural circuits that govern judgment, foresight, and reflection. But it's not all doom and gloom. Awareness is power. We can fight back. We can reclaim mental independence. Start small. Solve one problem without AI. Write one paragraph without suggestions. Plan one day without prompts. Rediscover the effort your brain craves. The struggle, the triumph, the satisfaction of thinking for yourself. These are the exercises that keep your mind strong. The cognitive burden is real, invisible, and growing every second. And if we don't resist, we won't just lose focus. We'll lose independence. We'll lose creativity. We'll lose the ability to think clearly in moments that matter. So stay alert. Watch how often you reach for the shortcut. Challenge yourself. Protect your mind like you would protect your body, your money, your future. Because awareness is the first act of resistance. Awareness is the first act of reclaiming your brain. Think about your life 5 years from now. Will your decisions be your own? Or will they be dictated by the tools you've let control your thinking? The choice is yours. The burden is real. And it starts with every question you ask, every answer you accept, and every thought you outsource. Your brain is not disposable. Your mind is not replaceable. Every thought you reclaim is a victory. Every struggle you embrace is a triumph. And every day you choose to think for yourself is a step back from the silent reshaping of your mind. The AI revolution is here. The cognitive burden is here, but so is your power to fight back. Don't let your thinking become optional. Don't let your independence slip away. Challenge yourself. Struggle. Remember. Think. And above all, stay human.